Hey guys, we're from the channel, Top Musicians, and here's the story of Elton John. Elton Hercules John, born Reginald Kenneth Dwight on March 25, 1947, is a British pianist, singer, songwriter, and producer. Collaborating with lyricist Bernie Taupin since 1967, they have jointly crafted over 40 albums. Elton John's musical journey spans over 5 decades, during which he has sold over 300 million records, solidifying his position as one of the world's most successful musicians. With over 50 top 40 hits, including 7 consecutive #1 albums in the United States, 58 singles on the Billboard Top 40, 27 top 10, for number 2, and 9 #1, Elton John's chart dominance is unparalleled. For 31 consecutive years, 1970 to 2000, he had at least one song on the Billboard Hot 100. His tribute single, a reimagined version of Candle in the Wind dedicated to the late Princess Diana in 1997, became the best-selling single in the history of both the UK and US charts, amassing over 33 million copies worldwide. Beyond his musical achievements, Elton John has ventured into film, owning the Watford Football Club, receiving numerous awards, including 5 Grammys, 5 Brit Awards, 2 Oscars, and induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1994. His contributions to music and charity earned him the Order of the British Empire in 1996 and knighthood in 1998 from Queen Elizabeth II. Elton John's philanthropic efforts extend to his dedicated involvement in the fight against AIDS since the late 1980s. In 1992, he founded the Elton John AIDS Foundation, hosting the annual Oscar viewing party, a prominent event in Hollywood. The foundation has raised over $200 million to date. Publicly acknowledging his bisexuality in 1976 and later coming out as gay in 1988, Elton John entered a civil partnership with David Furnish in 2005, culminating in marriage in 2014 when same-sex marriage became legal in England and Wales. Elton John's impact on social movements, particularly in the LGBT community, earned him the title of Hero in the Music category by the My Hero Project in the US. Biography: Early life, musical curiosity and turbulent family dynamics. Reginald Kenneth Dwight, raised in Pinner, grew up in a council house owned by his maternal grandparents. Showing a penchant for music at the tender age of 3, he attended Pinnerwood Junior School and later earned a scholarship to the Royal Academy of Music, courtesy of his studies at Pinner County Grammar School. Elton's parents, Sheila Eileen Harris and Stanley Dwight, played conflicting roles in his upbringing. While his mother was strict yet affectionate, his father, a former RAF lieutenant, was described by Elton as a harsh and verbally abusive figure. Elton's early exposure to a diverse collection of musical albums ignited his interest in the styles of Elvis Presley and Bill Haley and his Comets during the 1950s. Elton's father, a trumpet player in the amateur band Bob Miller Band, initially resisted his son's musical aspirations, urging him to pursue a more conventional career. Undeterred, Elton's life became increasingly hectic, performing at parties and family gatherings. At the age of 7, he commenced formal music studies and, by the age of 11, secured a scholarship to the prestigious Royal Academy of Music. At 15, Elton's parents divorced, and his mother, Sheila, began a new chapter with painter Fred Fairbrother, who assumed a nurturing role in Elton's life, replacing the absent paternal figure. Adulthood, musical peaks, struggles, and fandom. In the 1970s, now established as Elton John, he garnered critical acclaim as one of the greatest rock singers. Hits like Your Song and Goodbye Yellow Brick Road solidified his status, but the era also marked his entanglement with drug use. His first encounter with cocaine in 1974 during the Caribou album recording set the stage for a tumultuous period, fraught with broken relationships and suicide attempts. Despite health challenges, Elton achieved a lifelong dream in 1976 by acquiring ownership of his beloved Watford FC. His financial injections propelled the club from the second division to the top tier. Elton's prominence in the music scene continued into the 1980s, marked by chart toppers such as I Guess That's Why They Call It the Blues and I'm Still Standing. A health scare in 1987 led to throat surgery, attributed to years of unchecked cocaine and alcohol use. Post-surgery, his vocal range diminished, but Elton's passion for music prevailed. In 1992, Elton collaborated with Queen for the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, performing The Show Must Go On and Bohemian Rhapsody, in honor of the late Mercury. Elton's unparalleled success includes achieving 6 consecutive #1 releases on the Billboard charts. Notably, his 1997 adaptation of Candle in the Wind for Princess Diana stands as the best-selling single in history, with 40 million copies sold. Philanthropy and legacy. Elton John's philanthropic endeavors came to the forefront in the late 1980s when he actively engaged in the fight against AIDS. In 1992, he established the Elton John AIDS Foundation, an organization that hosts the annual Oscar viewing party, a significant event in Hollywood, contributing to the foundation's $200 million+ fundraising. Beyond his musical and charitable contributions, Elton John's advocacy for the LGBT community has earned him recognition as a symbol in global social movements. His openness about his sexuality and commitment to social causes prompted the My Hero project to designate him a hero in the music category. Career. Elton John's musical journey began in the early 1960s with the blues group Bluesology. In 1967, he formed a lasting partnership with lyricist Bernie Taupin, adopting the stage name Elton John. Although his 1969 debut album Empty Sky lacked immediate success, the 1970 release of Elton John marked a turning point, establishing him as a singing sensation in the United States with the hit Your Song. The 1970s saw Elton John's rise to prominence with albums like Honky Chateau, featuring classics like Rocket Man and Crocodile Rock, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, 1973, and Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy, 1975, were critical successes, positioning Elton as one of the era's preeminent rock artists. Through the 1980s, Elton maintained his musical prominence with annual album releases and hits like I Guess That's Why They Call It the Blues, and I'm Still Standing. Despite a slowdown in album releases in the 1990s, Elton continued to deliver chart-topping songs like Can You Feel the Love Tonight? In 2018, Elton John embarked on a farewell tour, Farewell Yellow Brick Road, intending to perform 300 shows worldwide until 2021. The tour commenced in September 2018 and received accolades for its significance in commemorating his illustrious career. Recent years and future legacy. Elton John's 2019 Legion of Honor Award in France underscored his global impact. In 2020, a health setback due to pneumonia temporarily interrupted his tour, highlighting the artist's resilience. Collaborating with Lady Gaga on the 2020 album, Chromatica, Elton John continued to contribute to contemporary music, celebrating a decade-long friendship. As he approaches the conclusion of his farewell tour, Elton John's influence on the music industry, activism, and cultural landscape solidifies his legacy as an enduring icon. His career trajectory, marked by musical brilliance, personal challenges, and unwavering philanthropy, positions him as a hero and trailblazer in the annals of music history. This is a bit of history. Elton John. We are producing videos on Wednesdays and Sundays here on the channel. If you liked it, don't forget to leave your like and activate the notification bell to stay on top of all the news. I'll wait for you in the next video.